Hey guys, CJ here, and today I got a very interesting deck profile. Honestly, I didn't read any hard ones per turn or anything on these plant monsters, so, well, most of them. Yeah, I got a really good one card, combo, but it, yeah, this one card combo is really good. It's just need very specific cards to be on top of the deck. So yeah, it's really good, and I play tested it, and I gotta say it's pretty good, and I'm pretty proud of it. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So starting off is with one of the Salvin. When he's sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, you draw and reveal the top card, and if it's a plant, send it in the graveyard. Otherwise, send it to the bottom of the deck. And if he's drawn and revealed by a plant, uh, then if he's drawn and revealed and sent in graveyard by a plant monster, you pretty much do his effect again. Draw a revealed top card, plant graveyard, and if it's not, then bottom of the deck. So he's really good. Since he's a level 1, I normal summon him and get him off the field to link summon, and his effect would activate, which, yeah, I'm going to show you this pretty cool combo. If I'm doing the combo wrong because they do have a hard once per turn or something, let me know, but I didn't read any hard once per turn or anything. So the combo is really, really good. Next, 2 Spore. Spore is really good. It's a tuner, so needle fiber target, and you get to remove from play 1 plant monster, and Spore level is increased depending on that plant monster's level. So if it's a level 1, it's a Spore becomes a level 2. If you remove from play level 3, Spore will become a 4, and so on. And you can activate his effect once per duel. So yeah, needle fiber target, and you can use him to go into your synchro play. One of the Peacekeeper, when he's normaled or special summon, you get to choose 1 or 2 card and reveal the top card. If it's a plant monster, send it to the graveyard, and if it's not, then it's added back to the bottom of the deck. And if he's sent to the graveyard by the plant monster being revealed and sent to the graveyard, then you get to special summon a level 4 or lower plant monster from your graveyard to the field. So yeah, he's really good. And then 3 of this guy. When he's special summon, then you reveal 1 or 2 card, plant, send to graveyard, and spell trap to the bottom. Pretty much the same thing for most of the Salvin, which I'm starting to like this archetype. It's pretty fun. And you can swarm the field like crazy with this deck. And yeah, and if he's sent to graveyard by a plant, you special summon a level 1 plant monster from your deck to the field. Typically, when he's sent to graveyard by a plant monster, I special summon a copy of him to the field. That's what I usually do. So yeah, 3 of him, really good. Moving on for my level 2s. 2 of Needleness. Yeah, he's a really good monster. Another needle fiber target, level 2. And if this face-up card would be destroyed by battle, you can destroy 1 other plant monster. Yeah, you're gonna have quite a few plant monsters on field, so to protect him. I don't usually keep him on the field like that. I usually use him for a synchro summon or a link summoning. So yeah, 2 of him. 2 of Horsey Tail. Yeah, if he's flip face up, special summon a token. No, when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, my bad, you special summon a token on your opponent's side of the field. And if that token is destroyed by a plant monster, then your opponent sends 1 card from their hand to the graveyard. So yeah, with majority plant monsters with decent attack, yeah, your opponent is going to be sending 2 cards from their hand if you have 2 of them out in the field. And then not only that, for more token generation, I'm running 3 Wall of Ivy. So if this guy's flip face up, you special summon Ivy tokens on your opponent field. and if those tokens are destroyed by battle, then your opponent takes 300. So if if you flip all these three up, your opponent gets 3 Ivy token, and then if you take all the tokens, your opponent be taking 900, which really good. Next, this card could be any card. I just had Jerry Beanman for like to send him the graveyard to make Spore a level 4, so I can go into my level 8 Synchro play. So yeah, Jerry Beanman. I mean, he has decent stats for a level 4 or level 3, my bad. And yeah, 1,750. Yeah, that's pretty good. Next for my level 4s, I'm running yeah, if he destroys a monster, or if he destroys one of your opponent monster, you send a top card. If it's a plant, send it to the graveyard. If it's not, then it's sent to the bottom of the deck. And if he's drawn and sent to the graveyard by a plant monster, you add it back to your hand. If he's normal summon, then you reveal the top card, plant, send to graveyard, if not bottom. And if he's sent to graveyard by a plant monster, then you choose one Salvin card and add it to the top of the deck, and then you tribute a plant monster to bring him out in the graveyard. So yeah, I run these cards for that reason. So he's really good as well. If you send him to graveyard and have that level 1 plant monster, tribute that guy, special summon world, carrot, and reveal it. Yeah, I'll show you the combo at the later on in the video. So my 1 level 5, you draw and reveal cards equal to the number of cards your opponent controls. So he's really good, and also he recycles 5 Salvin monsters. So yeah, really good. 2 of this one, Salvin Gardock. When you choose 1, 2, 3, and plants goes to the graveyard, otherwise bottom of your deck. And then if he's sent to your graveyard by a plant, you choose 1 plant monster from your graveyard, add it to the top of your deck. Moving on for my level 7s. Honestly, this one could be literally any card, but I chose this one because it generates 2 tokens, and when it's destroyed, you generate 2 tokens in defense. So yeah, I have it. So that's the only reason. Also, it's a level 7, so I can rank it into rank 7. This one, when a Salvin monster is sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon him, and then you send a plant monster from the top of your deck if it's revealed, and plant monsters to the graveyard, and otherwise it's sent to the bottom. So that's pretty much all the Salvin cards. And if he was to be revealed and sent to graveyard, then you add 1 Salvin Spoiler Trap card from your graveyard to your hand. And this one is really good. He would have been better at 2. If I had another copy, I would swipe out this rose for him, because if in attack mode, your plant monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, and in defensive mode, your plant monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. So if I had 2, I would have 1 in attack mode and 1 in defense. So yeah, that would be really good. And then lastly, since this deck does swarm the field somewhat easy and fast, 1 Slifer the Sky Dragon, since you'll have more than 2 cards, 3 or 4 at least, and Slifer at 3,000 or 4,000, that's pretty high and decent. He can attack over anything at 3,000 or 4,000, and the ability to weaken your opponent monster attack by 2,000, that's a big chunk. So yeah, 1 Slifer. I was gonna go with Raw, but this deck doesn't really protect the life points much or regain life points, and this deck keeps like at least 3 cards in hand, so I thought of Slifer. I would add Obelisk but I have Raw and Slifer, so I chose Slifer since he's the better of the three. I mean, after Rage of Rod booster set thing came out, Raw became a little bit better, but my opinion, Slifer is still better of them three. So that's it for my monster. Moving on to the spell cards. Alright, for my spell cards, I'm running one Foolish Burial for Spore or Heavyweight, depending on the situation in your hand, which I'll show you the combo. Then one Monster Reborn. This is also part of the combo. And you get to revive. You get to revive pretty much any monster. It doesn't have to be your monster. You can revive your opponent monster. So yeah. Boogie Trap. You discard 2 and target 1 trap card, set it, and you can activate that trap card the turn it's set. And I mainly use it for Jar of Advice, which I'll explain when we get there. 1 Magical Stone. Yeah, it's beaten up. But yeah, honestly, it doesn't really matter because it's in sleeve. I don't know if I still can use it in tournaments or not, but at least it's sleeved. And yeah, you discard 2 card, add 1 spell card from your graveyard and add it to your hand, so you can use it to add back Boogie Trap, or Boogie Trap is going to get recycled through Jar of Advice, so you could get Monster Reborn. So yeah, it just depends. 1 Sword to Revealing Light to stall for 3 turns. 1 Griffin's Feather Duster is really good, especially destroying 3 specific trap cards. And then it gains 500 for each spell and trap card you destroy. So yeah. 2 Spiritual Forest. Literally, really good. The first time your plant monster would be destroyed, it is not. So the plant monster needs to be attacked twice. So yeah, Miracle Fertilizer, pretty much second Monster Reborn. The only downside is you can't special summon after you use Miracle Fertilizer. Technically 2 Caught by the Grave. The only difference is Silent Grave is weaker than Call by the Grave. So yeah, Silent Grave still negates monsters. Doesn't negate, it just discard 1 card and neither player can activate monsters effect in the graveyard. And Called by the Grave, well, it's Called by the Grave, so yeah, it's really good. So technically 2 Called by the Grave. 1 Super Poly, which I am super glad I add in Super Poly, because originally I was not running Super Poly and the 2 Super Poly target, but I just playtest this against my brother, and he was using a Jinzo deck and their dark monsters, and then he activate Lair of Darkness, and I summoned him, one of my monster, Super Poly my monster, and his Jinzo, and yeah, it was just a big clutch. So yeah, I'm now running Super Poly. And last for my spell cards, Velodrome. Increase the attack and defense by 300 for a plant monsters. Moving on to the trap, it's not much, but these trap cards are very helpful. And we're going to start with the plant food chain. It's equips to a plant monster. That plant gains 500, and if it's sent to the graveyard while equipped to the plant monster, then you special summon 1 plant monster from your graveyard to the field. And I have no idea how many times I said plant in this video, but yeah. Jar of Advice. Target 5 cards in your graveyard, shuffle it back to your deck, and draw 1. So yeah, really helpful and really useful, since you're gonna send a lot of resource to the graveyard and you really need them, so you recycle them back. And then last for my trap card, 3 of Salvin Water Slide. This is mainly your Griffin Feather Duster target to destroy these 3 and then recover 1,500 life points. Because once it's in face up in the field, you can't draw it. Instead of drawing, you draw and reveal the top card, and if it's a plant, send it to the graveyard. Same when you're being attacked directly, you draw, reveal. If it's a plant, it's sent to the graveyard, otherwise it's placed in the bottom. So with 3, you get to draw and reveal 3 cards. So yeah, and if you draw all 3 of them, or 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. You set them, and then if you have Phoenix Griffin in your hand, just set 1 or 2, and like set other decoys or something, pass turn, activate it, yada yada yada. And yeah, that's why I have Phoenix Griffin, because that's pretty much the only way to remove your water slide. This trap card is still good, not gonna lie, but like it needs to be gone so you can conduct your normal draw phase. Alright, for your extra deck, one of the Salvin Great. Still really good. I don't have Link Karibo because I really would like to switch this Salvin Great for the Link Karibo. But it is what it is. I got this, and yeah. One Needle Fiber for your Spore or your level 2 tuner. Mainly going for that Spore. Nightmare Cerberus. You discard 1 card, and then you return 1 special summon monster to your opponent hand. Once I use you pretty much reset your hand while drawing as well and digging deep in your deck, and then you special summon 1 monster from your hand, and any and every card this monster points to gains 300. So yeah, really good. Next, Topological Bomber Dragon. He's really good actually. I had him and I had Monster Reborn in my hand. I'm like, okay, what can I do? And I'm looking at Monster Reborn, and I look at my extra deck. I see Topological, and I'm like, okay, let's see if this works. So I link into the Topological, and my brother's like, okay. And yeah, then I special summon a random monster because it really didn't matter. And then Topological effect activated, triggered, destroyed everything, but he still has his Jinzo. So yeah, I had game at that point, and I attacked. You took damage and then extra damage because he inflict damage equal to the original attack of the monster he attacks. So yeah. Alright, moving on to the XEs, which I really don't go into, but I have them just in case, which is number 101 and Tornado Dragon. I have them just in case, if my opponent has a monster that's special summon, I can absorb it, and then he's still protected, because if he's attacked, I could use an overlay unit and he's protected. And Tornado Dragon, so I can destroy a spell and trap card. So these two are here just in case. Same with my Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon and the Salvin monster. Like I said, I really don't go into my XCs. So yeah. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, you won't be using his overlay unit, so you don't have to worry about if only this card has like overlay units or something. So he's going to be protected pretty much the entire time he's on the field. Also, when your opponent activates a card effect, your opponent loses 500. This one, so you send 1 plant monster you control to the graveyard, and depending on the level, you draw reveal the top card, and if it's plant, send it to graveyard, and that's really good. And the other effect, you use an overlay unit. You reveal the top card, 1, 2, or 3, and any plant centered graveyard by his effect, you return that many cards from your opponent field to the hand. So yeah, really, really good. And if you manage to bring out both of this monster, and I just noticed they're both dark. I was not expecting this guy to be dark, so if either or somehow have their effect negated or something, you can super poly them. Honestly, I always thought this was a wind monster, but now I just realized it's dark. So moving on to the Synchros. Alright, so for Synchros, Metamorpher, I can easily Synchro summoning him and not waiting for ending my turn, and my opponent's turn starts, and bringing him out. So yeah, Metamorpher, then my Blizzard Ice Barrier Dragon. Why did I say Blizzard? Discard card and then send cards equal to number from your opponent field to your hand. I think I said it right. So pretty much you discard, say you discard 3 cards. That many card you discarded, your opponent returns to your hand. So yeah, really good. Black Rose just nukes the field, and then if you bring her out, you banish one plant monster and target one monster. Pretty much switch the attack position and the attack. Switch the attack position. Switch the attack position from. Okay, I keep realizing what I said. I do apologize. So switch the monster from defense to attack, and the attack is reduced to 0. There, much better. I'm really sorry. I do apologize for screwing up my words. I'm trying to fly by because I don't have much time left to record, and I really want to show you this combo. So yeah, and then Scarlight just destroys monsters and then inflict 500 for each. It only works affect monsters attack less than or equal to his effect. So yeah, that's all my synchros, and really you managed to synchro summon these two. I did get him this one out once, but yeah. Moving on to alright, for my fusions, the only two super poly target. So Starving Venom and the Predator Plant. And you'll get this guy more out than the other, but just depends on who you're dueling. And yeah, he's the if I didn't have Super Poly nor Start and I didn't have Starving Venom, probably would have lost, honestly. But luckily I did throw in Super Poly, and I Super Poly'd my brother's Jinzo with one of my plant monsters. Thanks to that field spell card, Lair of Darkness, made my monster dark. So yeah, really glad I threw in Super Poly and my 2 Super Poly last minute. So yeah, really good. And yeah, I got time to show you this 1-card combo. Alrighty, so ideally it's this monster that becomes Link 4, but these other 3 would be really, really good to help support this. So it's pretty much like a 4-1 card combo, and your other 2 card, it really doesn't matter, so let's just draw them too. Alright, so yeah, it really doesn't matter for these 2, but these 4 cards really is important, because you want to normal summon him. Then with him, you're going to link summon using him into your Salvin. That's your Salvin, great. My bad. Into